The wind howled through the deserted streets as Sarah made her way home from work. It was a dark and stormy night, and she couldn't shake the feeling that something was following her. She quickened her pace, her heart pounding in her chest as she heard footsteps echoing behind her. As she turned a corner, she caught a glimpse of a figure in the shadows. It was a man, dressed in tattered clothing, his face obscured by a hood. Sarah tried to run, but her legs felt heavy, as though they were being weighed down by an invisible force. The man closed in on her, and Sarah could smell his putrid breath as he whispered in her ear. "You can't escape me, Sarah. I've been waiting for you." She screamed, but her cries went unheard as the man dragged her into an abandoned building. The walls were damp and covered in cobwebs, and the air was thick with the stench of decay. Sarah tried to fight back, but the man was too strong, and he pinned her to the ground. As he began to assault her, Sarah could feel the darkness closing in around her. She was trapped, alone, and terrified. But then, a voice echoed through the darkness. "You don't have to be afraid, Sarah. I'm here to protect you." It was a faint whisper at first, but it grew louder and more insistent. Sarah looked up to see a figure emerging from the shadows. It was a woman, dressed in a flowing white gown, her hair cascading down her back in a golden wave. The woman approached the man, and he recoiled in fear. Sarah could see the terror in his eyes as the woman spoke. "You have no power over her. Leave this place, and never return." The man fled, and Sarah was left alone with the woman. She felt a sense of peace wash over her, as though she was being enveloped in a warm embrace. "Who are you?" she whispered. The woman smiled, and her eyes shone with an otherworldly light. "I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. And I will always be here to watch over you, Sarah." With those words, the woman disappeared into the shadows, leaving Sarah alone with her thoughts. She knew that she would never forget this night, and the horrors that she had faced. But she also knew that she would never be alone again, as long as the protector of the innocent was watching over her. Sarah lay on the cold, damp ground, trembling as she tried to catch her breath. The woman appeared beside her once more, her face etched with concern. "Are you all right, Sarah?" she asked softly. Sarah nodded, unable to speak. The woman helped her to her feet, and together they made their way out of the abandoned building. As they emerged into the stormy night, Sarah looked back at the building, half expecting the man to reappear. But he was nowhere to be seen. She turned to the woman, gratitude in her eyes. "Thank you," she said. "I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come." The woman smiled. "I will always be here to protect you, Sarah. But you must be careful. There are many dangers in this world, and not all of them can be defeated so easily." Sarah nodded, knowing that the woman was right. She had been lucky this time, but she couldn't rely on luck alone. She needed to be more cautious, more aware of the dangers that lurked in the shadows. As they walked down the deserted streets, Sarah felt a sense of peace wash over her. She knew that she wasn't alone anymore, that she had someone to watch over her and keep her safe. And as she looked up at the woman beside her, she knew that she had found a friend, a protector, and a guiding light in the darkness. If you like our story, please like, share and do subscribe to our channel.